Hello everyone, Jeff Siegel here with your Wellness Q&A. And today I've got a question from Denise607, shout out, right? And she asks, do I really need to be super strict with my diet to lose the weight that I put on? And so in typical Jeff Siegel fashion, I am gonna back the trolley up a couple of spots here to then look at what is the question behind the question. So the first thing that comes to mind is, why did you put on weight? And now I don't say that at all from a place of judgment. I am not claiming that you lack willpower or self-regulation or that you're some sort of failure. No, not at all, right? A lot of the reasons that people gain weight are really not at all your fault, but they are your responsibility, right? It's not your fault that we live in a world that's extremely sedentary, right? But it is your responsibility then to try to move your body and stay active. It's not your fault that we live in a world where there's a lot of highly processed, low quality junk food. But it is your responsibility then to pay attention to the quality of the food that you're eating and putting in your body. And it's not your fault that we live in a world that is sleep deprived and overly stressed and that pushes people towards unhealthy lifestyles. But then it is your responsibility to do whatever you can with the resources that you have to make sure that you're establishing the rhythms that are gonna honor your body and be best for it. Right? So I asked this question of, why did you put on weight? I think this just means taking an honest assessment for yourself of like, hey, what were the factors that contributed to my weight gain? Right? Begin there and take responsibility for the ones that you can change, recognizing that this isn't about judgment or moral failure. The second thing I notice in this question, right, of like, do I need to be really strict with my diet, right, is resentment or perhaps frustration, right? Or maybe there's even this feeling of failure because guess what? It is so demotivating to try to lose weight and do all these things and then it doesn't work, and then you try again, you try some new diet, and you keep going and then it doesn't work. So this question of like, God, do I really have to do this one more time, right? Do I have to be super strict again, right? There's this feeling of despair. There's this feeling of like, I don't want to do this. There's resistance. And so I'm here to tell you that there is another way. Right? But the key is that you need to stop resisting. You need to stop fighting with yourself, right? Because guess what? Anytime you approach any sort of dietary or lifestyle change, if you're coming at it from this mindset of I need to control, I need to clamp down and eat cleaner, I need to be more restrictive, right? We're putting so much pressure from our heads onto our bodies. And what does this do? This creates division inside of ourselves. We're fighting with ourselves. We're trying to control and micromanage all of these things, right? We're trying to say, no, this hunger shouldn't be this way. And this creates a ton of stress, right? And guess what? Stress prevents weight loss. Stress pushes your body into a place where your hormones want to hold on to fat. It pushes you into a place where you're not going to make good decisions about the types of foods that you eat. It pushes you into a place where your focus becomes narrow, so you literally have less awareness and less choices about how you can take care of yourself. So the key here is first coming into a place of greater ease, greater relaxation. You need to let go of this really strict dieting, restriction mindset and stop fighting yourself. First come into a relationship with your body where you can begin to see that you're working together on the same team and you both want the same things, and you need to then inquire and collaborate with your body rather than try to control and micromanage it. So those are my suggestions for you, Denise. I wish you the best on your wellness journey. And until next time, this is Jeff Siegel. Just breathe, smile, and push on to whatever is most important.